Hi, welcome to the application video. So I'm going to just do a quick demonstration to show you how easy it is to apply wraps. So first things first, the most important thing you need, something to drink, because this is you time. Okay, this is just for you. I personally love doing my nails. It's so relaxing to me, and I want you to have the same experience. So cheers. This is a mimosa because it's always a good time to have a mimosa. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. All right, we're ready. So I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can kind of see my work area and see what I'm doing. But just real quick before we get started, I'm just going to show you some of the tools that we're going to be using. I'm going to be using our purple cuticle pusher. It's got a rubber tip here, which makes smoothing out the wraps really easy. I'm going to be using some scissors, cuticle scissors, a pair of tweezers, and then a very coarse nail file. Okay, and I'm using all of these tools, well, not all of them, some of them out of our deluxe toolkit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tilt the camera down so you can kind of see. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do, my manicure today is going to be a mixed mani that I'm making myself. I'm going to do Foul Play, and what's this? This one's Mad Mod, okay, for an accent nail. All right, so I take my sheet of wraps, and the first thing you want to do, so my nails are already prepped. So I've pushed my cuticles back, I've clipped and filed my nails to where I want them, and then my personal preference, and this is absolutely not required, is to do a base coat and a top coat of our True Shine gel system. I find that it helps my wrap stay on a lot longer, so that's my preference, but absolutely not required. Okay, so and then I've washed my hands with some grease fighting soap. Dawn soap works fine. And now I'm going to use an alcohol wipe. Any alcohol wipe is fine, or you can use these, or we also have a bottle similar to our wrap removal like this that is a nail prep solution. Okay, so I'm just going to take this alcohol wipe and just wipe off all the oils from my nails real quick. Okay, stick that back in there so it doesn't dry out. All right, the other thing I'm using today is our mini heater, which I highly recommend. Like, listen how quiet this is. See, you can barely hear it. So it's way easier than using a hairdryer. But you can use a hairdryer if that's all you have. But this is only $19, so I really recommend it. All right, so here's my sheet of wraps. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to do a thumb and a little trick to doing a thumb. So you're going to need a pair of nail clippers for this trick, okay? So you kind of find the right size for your wrap, for your nail. And the trick is you want to kind of have a little space all the way around the wrap, so it really adheres to your nail. You don't want it to touch any part of your skin, okay? So I'm going to take my tweezers. I usually do this with an orange stick, but I swear I had one, and right before I started recording, I lost it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so I lift it up off the sheet, and I take my cuticle pusher, and I just place it there and kind of stick the wrap to that cuticle pusher. So you can see how it's stuck on there. I can pick up the whole thing. Now I'm going to take my scissors, and then I'm going to just trim this wrap right in half. Like that. Okay, so now I have the wrap here stuck to my cuticle pusher. Okay, now I'm going to turn on my mini heater and let it get warm. While I'm waiting for it to get warm, which should only take a couple seconds, so see how this is rounded right here, and see how on my thumb it's actually kind of straight. So in order to get a really good application on my thumb, I just take my little nail clippers and I just trim the very, very edge of this off. Not even that much, just the tiniest bit. So see how I squared that off a little bit? So now it's going to be a perfect fit for my thumb. Okay, so now my heater's hot. Okay, and this whole thing stays cool, so you can touch it or whatever, but the heat's coming out of here. Okay, now I'm going to warm the wrap up and just until it's pliable, just a couple of seconds. So this is a glossy wrap. With metallic or sparkle wraps, you probably need to warm it up just a little bit more. But see how it's kind of curled and pliable? That means it's ready. Now I'm just going to place it here on my nail, like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my other finger and just kind of rub it down the middle and down each side, giving it a good rub. Okay, then I'm going to take the rubber end of my cuticle pusher and I'm just going to start applying a little pressure, rubbing it down, and really making sure I've gotten that tip nice and stuck to that tip. You don't want any lifting from your tips. Okay, I'm going to warm it up just a tiny bit more. Then I'm going to really rub it down. Okay, so now you see that I have the wrap on my finger, and now I have all this excess on there. So I'm going to take my cuticle scissors and I am just going to trim the excess off as much as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to take my nail file and I'm going to turn this off for a second. Take my nail file and at a 45-degree angle I'm going to file. Now if you use your hands a lot and use your nails as tools, or if you're like me and you're a former nail biter and you still can't keep your fingers out of your mouth, even though you're actually not biting your nails anymore, you want to file at a 45-degree angle. Okay, it kind of takes just the tiniest sliver off the tip of your nail so it stays, so you don't get any lifting at your tip. If you're not like me and you're not a former nail biter, if you're not, don't use your hands a lot, you can go at a 90-degree angle. I still suggest that you go at a 45-degree angle. Okay, so you're just gonna brush down like this and file off anything that's left. See, you see how it's cutting off the rest of that wrap that's stuck on there? And take that off. Get it nice and smooth. Okay, there we go. We have a wrap on a nail. That's it. That's as easy as it is, right? Okay, I'm going to do a couple more nails just to show you how easy it is and how quickly this can be done. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to kind of work here for a second. So I'm going to choose the right size for my finger. I'm going to lift it off. Much easier with an orange stick, guys. Sorry, I can't find it. There it goes. There we go. Oh, it's stubborn. And I'm going to cut it in half so I could use the other half on my other hand. Okay. Warm it up. And apply it. And rub it down. Now this wrap is a tiny bit too big for my nail, so I'm going to show you how to correct that here in a second. Now I could have trimmed it on the sides before I applied it, or I can take these guys right here. These are cuticle clippers, which I love. Okay. And you can just trim the little itty bitty edge here that's touching the skin. So you have that little bit of nail showing. Trimmed it just the tiniest bit, so it's a much better fit on my nail now. Okay, warm it up, rub it down. Now here's another method of trimming if you don't have scissors, or if you don't like to use the scissors. You can clip it off, just clip the wrap off without clipping the nail. You could even clip your nails with the wrap on it too. Okay. See? And now I'm going to file. And get the excess off. See how it's coming off like that? Now I broke this nail the other day, so it is way shorter than all my others, so filing it's a little harder, but it just goes to show you that it doesn't matter what length your nails are, you can absolutely wear wraps. When I first started, I was a nail biter, and this is about as long as my nails ever were. Now look at them. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, there we go. I've got 2 done. Let's do another quick one. I'm going to show you one more method of applying, which is good if you're new to applying wraps. Okay, so before heating it up, I'm actually going to put it on my nail. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to heat it up, get it pliable, and now I'm going to rub it down. Also going to use my cuticle pusher for this. This is a great method if you're new to applying wraps, because it gives you a little extra time to readjust them and get them straight. And it's also a great way to apply metallic or clear wraps too, because the clear wraps are super thin and you don't want to heat them up too much. Make sure it's, and then sometimes if I have a little bit of wrinkling at the tip here, I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm just going to take my excess and I'm just going to pull down. Really get a good seal on that tip. Now, the third method for trimming, if you don't have fingernail clippers or scissors, you fold it down, kind of heat it up a little bit, fold it down, okay, and then you take your nail file and you just file it off like this. And you get all of that excess off just by filing it. Now, the trick to this is using a very coarse nail file. You can't just use, you know, a regular nail file because it won't cut through the wrap. See? There we go. All trimmed. Looks good. There we go. Now I'm going to do my accent nail with Mad Mod. Let's do this side. Pull it up. Trim it. Okay, like that. Heat it up. line it up, apply it, press down. Heat it up again, press down again, trim, and file. Easy as that. Okay, and last nail. See, we've only been on for 15 minutes. I'm almost done with heat it up, apply it, press down, heat it up, give it a nice good press, trim, and file. All right, there we go. Perfect manicure in under 10 minutes. Awesome. So see, wasn't that easy? Now look, I am all ready. These are gonna last me probably about 10 days and I'll have fabulous nails. Okay, so if you're watching this in a party, I want you to comment below about whether or not you think you could do this yourself now that you've seen it demonstrated. Okay, all right guys, cheers. I'm gonna go do my other hand.